What's going on, guys? To Fox then. I got great news. I finally got the BDJB disk to work. The problem is the automatic jailbreak disk will not work. Only the manual jailbreak will work. It's super easy. I'm going to cover everything start to finish like I normally do, just in case you're new to this whole thing, so it's easy for you to do step by step. First things first, go in the description and download my repack. Okay. Now that you downloaded my repack, first things first, open up the image burn folder. Over here, we need to change this to .exe. MediaFire does not like these extensions. Press yes. We're going to install a program. Just go ahead and press finish. Next, we're going to open up the Netcat GUI. Very important, you're going to need to have internet to do this jailbreak. So your PlayStation 4 is going to have internet. There's no way to get around this unless you're using the offline jailbreak disk, but that's not working in the lower firmwares. Only the higher firmwares like 11 to 12. So just keep that in mind. So for the Netcat GUI, open up this folder. Now what I want you to do is rename this at the end here to .exe, because MediaFire does not like exe applications. Okay. Now we're going to go back. Okay, on your start bar here, what I want you to do is I want you to open up Image Burn for the first time. Okay, now you can close it out. Open up the manual jailbreak folder. Now what I want you to do is we're going to have to burn this to a disk. So right click, press Burn with Image Burn. If you never burned the disk before, it's going to take about 40 to 45 minutes because it has to zero out the whole entire disk. Then it'll automatically burn your image. So if you never used a disk before, this is your first time burning, please give it about 40 to 45 minutes. Go do something else in the meantime. If you're upgrading from an old disk, it's only going to take a couple seconds. So, see, disk isn't empty. We're going to overwrite. Just press yes. Then you can press eject when done. I'll be back when that's done. Okay, it spat out the disk, made its jingle sound, it's all done. Okay, next you're going to need a flash drive. It has to be an exFAT format. If you have one laying around, you only need a little bit of space on here. So this is just a test drive that I have, so I'm going to open up my flash drive. Don't worry about that. Okay, now in my repack, I want you to open up the manual jailbreak folder. You're going to see a file here called payload.bin. I want you to copy and paste this to your flash drive. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to put your burnt disk and your flash drive into the PlayStation 4. I'll meet you on the PlayStation 4. Okay, a recap. We just burnt the disk and we flashed a flash drive with the payload.bin. Now I want you to put the disk into the PlayStation 4 and put the flash drive into the PlayStation 4. Okay, now that we're on the PlayStation 4, we have to go enable the internet. I'll show you how to do this. Before we get started, use this at your own risk. I'm not responsible if you accidentally update to the latest firmware. You need to be super careful when you do this. If at any time that you're using the PlayStation 4 and it asks you, there's an update or you need to update the system software, immediately close this. We only need to connect to the internet once, but this is a tethered exploit, so we're going to have to keep doing this again and again to do this, so please keep this in mind. So I already have my information set up on my PlayStation 4, so I just press connect to the network. Now you're going to have to get your PlayStation 4's IP address, and I'll show you how to find it. Okay, so in the network settings, I want you to head down to View Connection Status. Then at the bottom right here, see it says IP address, then subnet mask, then default gateway. That's your IP address. Your IP address will be different than mine. Do not put that IP address in, otherwise it will not work. Everybody has their own IP address, so make sure you write that down, and I'll meet you on the computer. Okay, now I want you to open up the Netcat GUI. Okay. Open that up. Now I will tell you what to do next. Okay, what I want you to do is this box here, we need to change this to 5, so the total number will be 9025. Now I want you to put your IP address into that box. Okay, be really careful with the next step. What I want you to do is go back into the manual jailbreak. Then you see this where it says lapse. I want you to drag and drop this into the one where it says payload file bin. Do not press inject. Do not press it. We have to go back on the PS5. Okay, now that we're on the PS5, what I want you to do is I want you to load the disk first. If you're having any problems, more than likely you skipped ahead of this tutorial. Make sure your flash drive is in the PlayStation 4 and your Blu-ray disc is in the PlayStation 4. They both have to be in at the same time. Go ahead and press the X button on the PlayStation 4. Okay, please bear with this. My TV's messed up because the display port's not displaying correctly. Okay, it says jar loader is listening on port 9025. What I want you to do is I want you to go back on the PC. We'll meet you back on the PC. Now what I want you to do is I want you to press inject payload. Did inject it, and it's working. Just let that sit for a second. Okay, now what I want you to do on your controller is I want you to press the PlayStation Home button. And as you can see, we have the gold hen. Sorry about this. It's getting late. I don't feel like setting up the Elgato. Every time I come home, it is super late from work. Okay, now to disconnect from the internet, you want to head over to settings. Then you want to head over to network. Then where it says connect to network, just uncheck that box. That's all you have to do. It won't, what's it called? It won't, connect to the network unless you check that box again. Now we can test an application, see if it works. This is a great title, by the way. A lot of people don't like this, but it's really good. So we're going to try that one. Okay. And we'll see if it loads into the game. That was really weird. That little error message that popped up. I just waited till the what's it called? I waited till that screen popped up, then I pressed cancel. That might have happened because of the what's it called? Because I disconnected the internet on the fly like that. But as you can see, it does load up, and we can jump into a different title, and we also have the gold hen sheet menu there too. So we'll jump into something that's different, which I haven't opened up. We'll open this up. See, as you can see, there's no errors or anything. So we're all good on that. Yeah. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe to Foxden. That's it for this video tutorial. I hope I helped you out. We had a bumpy ride trying to get this up and running, but basically, if you're on firmware 9 to, let's say, 10, you're having problems, you need to use this exploit, the manual exploit. But if you're on a firmware 11 to firmware 12, then the automatic jailbreak should work. Who knows? Everybody's giving mixed reports on this. I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe to Foxden. We just hit 2,000 subscribers. So keep sharing out the content and liking, and I'll catch you next time. Have an awesome night.